Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. A happy Monday to you all. A happy April to you all. It is good to be back. And it is good to be back checking out a group I'm very familiar with at this point. The Tuba2 guys are back. TXT are back with brand new music. They have a brand new album out. I'm pretty sure it's a mini album, but they have a brand new album out. I'm going to be checking out the title track today, titled Deja Vu. And if the title alone is anything to go by, I reckon this is going to be a lot of fun, because songs titled Deja Vu, done by various other K-pop groups that, or at least that I'm aware of, all of them have had a very positive response from me, because Dreamcatcher's Deja Vu is an icon. Triple S's Crystal Eyes had a Deja Vu as a B-side, very good song. ATEEZ has a title track called Deja Vu. I'm pretty sure Pixie and NCT have a Deja Vu in some capacity, and it's like, they're all pretty good songs. So I'm hoping TXT can jump on that list today. Again, I think this dropped with a mini album. I'm going to record that tonight, but I don't know if it's going to go out tonight, because it's a big hit album, and at the end of the day, they're pretty finicky about what makes it through the content ID checks and stuff, so very high possibility the album will go out tomorrow, chopped up on YouTube with a link. It's a full thing in the description or in the comments or whatever, the usual 9 yards when it comes to a blocked album review. But as for the title track, we're just going to full send it one time, so hoping everything's programmed correctly, and let's send it one time. Here we go. I love technology, man. I'm so glad everything works and it's automated, well, semi-automated, because I don't have to go and manually put it in through an editing software, put in the clips, split up the clips and all that shazam, because that takes like an extra 2 hours every single recording session, and I can't be having that. So, let's see what Deja Vu is going to be all about. We've had a pretty wide variety when it comes to sounds from TXT in the last few releases. I mean, Chasing That Feeling was that retro synth pop beauty. What was the one before that? Sugar Rush Ride was kind of crazy in a way where it wasn't a very straightforward song. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Good Boy Gone Bad was like the pinnacle of their almost emo era, if you want to call it that. It was like Loser Lover and Love Song and stuff like that. And yeah. The usual, I have no idea what this is going to sound like, because I avoid spoilers like the plague. I have noticed there's only a 1080p version, as well as an enhanced bitrate, like 1080p premium version. Big hit, what are we doing? 1080p MVs in 2024? Not allowed. But anyways, we're here for the music, so let's check out the music one time. Here we go! If the audio's a little bit screwy, I can only apologize. We're still trying to get back to the usual. No shot this is in 1080p, right? It's so crunchy. Why is it so crunchy? Oh. Very quiet start. What an interesting sound! It reminds me of something, though. It reminds me of a TV show. Switch up the beat one time? It's got kind of this futuristic sound to it. Oh, never mind what I was talking about. That silence cutting into the second verse, very nice. I love a contrasting moment like that. Yeah, it's like, it's the sound alone, like without the lyrics, already has this emotionally heavy sound to it. And it's not like an emotionally heavy sound from like Love Song and Lose Your Lover, completely different vein. What? I don't know if this is just the MV doing it, but it's doing the silent moments very well. Oh, like the painful ad-libs in the background at the end too. Oh man. Acoustic guitar finish? Okay. Wow. Oh, that is a lot of fun. It's definitely different from their recent sounds, and I mean, I think that was kind of a given considering I don't think they've really ever continued a sound in kind of like a general sense for a few comebacks now, which is very cool because seeing an artist kind of expand their repertoire when it comes to sound is very cool to see. And honestly, I think TXT have done a really good job with capturing the sound right. I will have to go back and read the lyrics again, but because if you're new around here or you've never been around with me for reactions of sorts, I tend to take in like I'm a music first type of person before the lyrics. So like even though you're watching the MV, my eyes are kind of like taking in information but not retaining it. It's all in the ears for me. So if I've missed some very crucial details on the lyrics as to like why this song sounds the way it does, then I can only apologize. It's just how my brain functions. But for me, Deja Vu is one of those songs where I feel like it's very self-explanatory what the emotional side of the song is. And it's not just like the instrumental part as well, but it's the delivery of the vocals and the vocal color they're using, what is being accented within the vocal parts themselves that I think really drive home the emotional element of it. And I mean, that final chorus is such a telltale on how this song has been composed. The ad-libs in the background are spectacular, but even with like the languishing like ad-libs in the background, the main vocal part never really has that bright spark to it. Every single time the vocal part is in the song, there is that kind of latent like emotional heaviness to it. Even if it does get up in the vocal range, And I think that's so cool because that's not an easy thing to like really pull off this well. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And even the instrumental part itself, it's like you feel the emotional part, the heaviness of it, but it's not an imposing instrumental track. Admittedly, I think there was one part in the build up to the final chorus where the mixing, it's like I would have rather had the vocals a little bit more forward in the mix, but that's just a personal thing. It's a very small detail. The instrumental part does the job of the instrumental part so well as like an accompaniment to the vocals, because the vocals themselves are very emotionally painful in a way where it's like, yes, I can feel the pain, but the instrumentals just bump that up a notch. And I think the pairing of the two doesn't feel like one is overpowering the other at all. It doesn't feel like there's parts where it's maybe not as effective as some other parts. It just seamlessly works together so well. That's very, very nice to listen to. Ah, TXT. I miss listening to TXT music. I haven't checked in with TXT that much since Chasing That Feeling dropped. I guess Back for More with Anita dropped, and what was that song they did with the Jonas Brothers? Anyways, I'm trying to say is it's been a hot minute since I've checked out TXT properly. They popped up on shuffle here and there, and I think I'm past the stage of binge listening to it, but I was binge listening to Ghosting a lot ever since I found it towards the end of last year. But it feels good to be back because it, even though the sound is different, it feels familiar. You know, it's vocals that I'm used to hearing, and TXT have in terms of member numbers, right? There's only 5 vocals within the group, but the pairings are always so well put together and the vocals are always so tastefully done. I can't help but enjoy listening to them every single time. And I'm really hoping the rest of the album is like that as well. I'm going to try and get around to it today. I may go for dinner after I'm done though, because it is like 7 p.m. I didn't realize this was going to be a problem until today, but a lot of K-pop releases are done at like 0, noon, and 6 p.m. This was a 6 p.m. release, which meant for me is also 6 p.m. That means I couldn't get around to it until at least 6 p.m. And that cuts it very close to my dinner time. And hopefully you didn't hear my stomach grumbling through all that, but it's my stomach is very angry at me for not eating. But that's besides the point. That is it for me today with TXT's Deja Vu. Hopefully we can get around to the album today, but YouTube content ID and stuff will dictate that. But thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness to me brighten up someone else's day-to-day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you on the whenever the next video is that you'll see me on. Bye bye.